Happening today,
Rally here in the Bay Area.
Across California today,
student athletes and their parents hold rallies,
demanding that the governor allow high school sports to resume despite the high number of COVID cases and even deaths.
Let them play California.
Make some noise, baby, let them play!
Their demands are straightforward. Let high school athletes return to sports.
Mental health is now so much more detrimental that they're not playing sports.
We are on our way right now to the Let Us Play rally that's happening across California.
Senior season, it's your final season with your friends. Taking that away from them kind of makes them way less motivated to even go to school.
Allow these babies to get back outside and be kids again.
Coaches join forces with thousands of parents and students Friday morning in a virtual plea to the California governor to open up youth sports as they showed off a new physician's letter to bolster their case.
A 3-page document with 57 different physicians from across the entire state of California that shows support for the return of safe play for our students.
We're finding more suicides. We're finding more suicide ideation. Kids are going back into gangs.
This is not a political issue. Athletes are not Democrats, they're not Republicans.
I trust my teammates, I trust my coaches, I trust my community, I trust, whoever it is to just make it safe for us so we can have, at least the class of 21, can have one last opportunity.
Let all the kids in the Bay Area play football this year.
Let the kids of California, and especially my hometown, the greater Sacramento area, play sports this year.
Let's get back at it. It's great for their mental health, their physical activity, just their overall well-being.
That's how I made my lifelong friendships. That's how I learned the work ethic, the dedication, the sacrifice that I still carry with me today.
Let the kids play.
Let them play.
Let these kids play.
You need to let them play. You need to let them play now.
Right now, our kids are in an underdog world right now in California. So about 3 million kids haven't played since March 12th. So any message you'd like to send to these kids that are battling through this time?
It's absolutely probably one of the toughest things that they've gone through. When you're 14, 15, 16, 17 years old, it's a lot tougher. You don't have the life experience to deal with it. And I just want to let all those young student athletes know that there's a lot of people that support them.
10,000 letters and signatures were delivered asking Governor Gavin Newsom and legislators to allow youth and high school sports to start immediately. They say data and science demonstrate it's safe for them to play.
Outdoor sports are safe for kids. Outdoor sports do not spread the virus. We are not going to stop. We are full speed ahead until you guys are wearing your pads, and you guys are bouncing the basketballs around, and you guys are playing.
After months of debate, a major announcement that many families had been waiting for.
We are now confident with new guidelines that we're publishing today that we could get youth sports moving again in the state of California with, as always, caveats.
We started this quest with 3 million kids on the bench, and today they're all off the bench.
Since we got the green light to play football back, I made the decision that I'm gonna play for my last year, because it's my senior year, like we've been saying, and I just want to have fun for the last time before I go to college. We've been on lockdown for almost a year now, and since we have the opportunity now, it's go time.
It's different because obviously we got to wear a mask when we're practicing and stuff, but I've been getting used to it. It's like secondhand nature now, so. not sure we're going to be ready, but I think everybody else is not going to be really ready because Cali, we just barely started, and just trying to get used to it for everybody is just going to be harder. We're missing like a big part. We're missing like around 10 kids. We actually don't have our defensive head coordinator. He's in quarantine right now too, and our head coach is not here either. All the seniors, we all have to be leaders right now because we're basically trying to run our team right now. So it's a really big step for me and all the seniors just to get everybody together and stuff.
We are on an accelerated timeline just because of the way the year has been, all right? So we're gonna try our best to have patience with you, okay? But understand that patience is gonna wear thin.
We're on the field, we're ready to practice. It's scrimmage week.
Everybody was all excited to practice and everything because it was right before the game. The day before the game, we were all in the group, all circling around, and then he told us saying that someone on our team had it, and everybody's faces just went down.
We have to, come back and tell everybody, hey, we have a positive test. We have to shut down for 10 days. Our scrimmage is canceled. And I think that was really a tough spot for our guys.
Some of my teammates are even crying. Some of the seniors didn't really have offers, and just this one game or scrimmage could have just helped them get the exposure they needed to reach out to coaches.
Now the first game's in doubt. If anybody else tests positive, it just keeps pushing that 10 days out. We've worked so hard, we've stayed so focused, we've kept continuing to work, and now, after all this, is this the beginning of the end?
Let me see. This one was from Coach Kayla from UC Santa Cruz that said, Marcella, thank you for contacting me. I'm excited to hear from you. Have you applied to UC Santa Cruz? Aloha, Marcella. Thank you for your email and interest in HPU. When would be a good time for a phone call? And then that same day, I think we got on a phone call. I think after like this email, I was like, okay, like I'm on a good path, and like coaches are like finally starting to email back. So.
So it's 8:50 in the morning and it's Friday and we're on our way to SoCal to drop her off. She's moving into her apartment. And then we're gonna go visit Occidental. So we just arrived at Occidental. So we're still making our way around campus. The first email I received back was from Occidental, and it was like a thank you for reaching out. We actually really like your style of play. I was really excited first to just get out of the Bay. Being on the school's campus was a really good exposure for me, and it was really cool. So this is their main soccer field. When I'm looking into a school, I look where it's located, what's around it, what am I gonna have access to when I'm not on campus, or when I am on campus, where can I go? I also look at how far it is from home, just because I don't want to go super far from home, but I want to be close enough to my parents, or at least family there to be able to watch. I'm at the airport right now. It's 8 in the morning, and I am catching my flight to Hawaii. I'm going to Oahu to visit Hawaii Pacific, and I'm flying by myself. I'm super excited. I'm really excited to meet the coach. We've already talked on the phone a couple of times, and we've emailed back. He seems like
a really easy coach to talk to, so I'm excited to see what he has for me for the team and just to maybe meet like a couple of the girls and to get to know the players a little bit more. Okay, so I just landed. I was in first class. I've literally never been in first class, so that was cool. And now my sister and her fiance are here to pick me up.
I've been looking at Hawaii Pacific since like my sophomore year when they came to Aragon for like just the on-campus like visit just to talk about the college. So when I got the email from Coach Adria saying that he wanted to talk like right away, like the same day he emailed me, we got onto a phone call.
He briefly talked about scholarships if I were to come play for him, that it would be the first like maybe couple years he would be offering $2,000 to $3,000 at first, and then just because of COVID he was mentioning that he has cut down the scholarships for players, and then for junior, senior year he would raise that scholarship money. Looking into the team, they seem like a really good team, and I think that scholarship or no scholarship, it would be cool to play with them and be a part of his team. The Hawaii Pacific's campus was kind of an eye-opener. It's as if it's like spread out along the island, so it was definitely something different, and I think Coach Adria just made my experience going there a lot more welcoming and just really inviting. Okay, so we just got at Hawaii Pacific's field in Kaneohe, and it's off campus from the Aloha Tower in Honolulu.
It was definitely different from when I went to Occidental, like a traditional like college campus. Like you get like the college feel like when you go onto Oxy's campus. It definitely plays a factor of when I'm gonna choose like a school I want to go into. So I really thought that like I was depending on these high school games or like even like practices, like okay, like they're not gonna like know me as a player if like I don't get this high school season in. None of them mentioned high school season. I think that definitely took some weight off of this process.
Okay, so we just landed. It's like 10 o'clock. Our flight from Honolulu was at like 2:15. It was a good trip. Now I just have a bunch of homework to catch up on.
I'm like at the point where like I just want to commit, like, and I'm like just so eager to just commit because like as stressful as it is, like it's an exciting thing, but it's just like I want to know.
It's been a while since I just been on campus, just coming back here after a year of no school. It's just crazy. It's a good feeling though. Glad to be back part of a Bulldog.
Some of you guys might have gotten the news report, but it looks like the CIF is going to allow us indoor sports, which means basketball and volleyball, I hope. I do not know what that's looking like right now. All I know is we're approved to do conditioning, but it is definitely a win because we definitely want to play. Hopefully you guys are excited about that, especially for some of you guys that's the seniors that, you know, this is kind of your last go round. Let's get our warm-up lap in. Let's get to work. Yes, sir. Go.
Overall, I'm feeling really grateful because a lot of people canceled their season this year due to COVID, and just coming to the senses of we having the season, it's like my last year, I'm ready, basically. I want to go out with a bang and not go out due to COVID. I've been needing this. I've been off, just been eating in quarantine, so I've just been in the house doing nothing. So this is good for me.
All the way to the cone. We've been out here this week doing conditioning. It's just been great to have these kids out here smiling, laughing, and having some structure to their day. And you can just kind of tell they're kind of coming back into their own. Come on, run and recover. A lot of our guys are just not in basketball shape because they haven't played since this time last year. So, I mean, it's a process of getting in shape. I'm glad the ban was lifted so they have something to actually work out and push towards. You like to keep the carrot and keep pushing forward. Some of y'all, it's your first day out here. Next week, it's gonna get a little bit more intense. We haven't been in the gym since this time last year. They are definitely going to be excited to get in the gym.
You trying to hit the lake tomorrow? In the morning?
In the morning, I'm hitting the lake. But
Yeah, I'll be there. If I make it, if my car starts.
Saturday, go Saturday.
Saturday?
I'm going Saturday too. It's been like that for me. I go 6 days a week, my brother.
Man, I need to get back.
Our team got a scare last week because one of our teammates had a positive. Last week we were supposed to play a team Wilcox, but we didn't have we didn't get to because the player that had it was interactive with everybody.
When you're standing around, stay nice and far apart, okay? Nice and far apart.
Guys were pretty upset, rightly so. We made some changes to how we do things before, during, and after practice, just to try to make sure that if somebody does get it, it only affects one and maybe 2 or 3 other people, but not an entire position group, not the entire team.
I was happy that I came out negative. I could have had it, and I couldn't play this week probably if I had it. So that's a big up right there.
Long time coming, right? Tomorrow's a long time coming, right? We've been waiting a long time.
You know what's amazing is even though we're wearing masks the entire time on practice, you can tell just by the eyes that guys are smiling underneath those masks. We're just happy to be running around together. I mean, even as coaches, we're happy to be back, hollering at the kids and joking with them, and trying to get them better. And they love it. It's been a blast, and hopefully we can get all these 5 games in and compete okay.
We only got 5 games, but you better hit the. I can't say. We better hit the hell out of somebody. I swear to God. No mercy. All right? Let's go. No mercy.
You know this, bro? Just ball the out. Let's go.
Let's go. Hey, let's go. Let's go. First against Diggers. Bring out the powder pose. Ready? Press forward.
One group is going to be working 1v1 on goal. The other group is just going to work on finishing, and then we're going to flip halfway through, okay? Oh, don't let her cut inside. Well done.
I'm so excited to finally get back onto the field for practices, for tryouts, to meet the new girls, the incoming freshmen, and to get back with the sophomores, juniors. Finally my senior year, so I'm so excited to be back on the field with the girls. It's definitely emotional. I feel like things are almost getting back to normal, and my recruiting process is starting to pick up as well, with everything opening back up and almost coming back.
I'm super happy that we're getting back to practice. I mean, that's the motivation to get them through the rest of the semester, just being able to get out and be with their friends and have some kind of high school experience with their sports program. The kids will have this app that they'll download onto their phone, and it asks them a set of questions, and it'll give them either a green check or a red check. And then we have to take your temperature, and then they got to be masked and 6 feet apart as we're doing stuff. So it's going to be different. Drills are going to be different, but it's a great opportunity to work on individual skills, right? Ball work, things that sometimes you take for granted because it's tedious and it's individualistic, but a lot of opportunity for kids to really improve.
Oh, lovely. Bundle up, get your stuff on, girls. Plus you had a little bit of rain here, just a little. So here's how it's going to work. Each coach gets to pick 2 players to represent either the 1s or the 2s. And you are going to represent your squad, your team, in the crossbar challenge. Oh! Oi! Hey, we got 1!
feel like everything is still really overwhelming, but stressed out, but in a good way. I think it's definitely built me into the person that I am today. I'm definitely a different person now than I was coming into this pandemic.
You're gonna go. I'm a star!
Oh my God!
Yes, man!
Yeah, man!
So I have some really big news that I'm really excited to share.
Yesterday, I talked to my parents and I told them some really good news and that I've decided to commit to HPU.
I think what made me finalize my decision on HPU, I was just like, okay, it's March and I want to commit. So I was thinking about it and I was like, the first thing that kept popping up was HPU. I've been wanting this since sophomore year. I went to go watch them play. I liked how they played. I had a good connection with the coach, even the first time I called him. And it was somewhere where I could definitely picture myself succeeding in my academics as well as in soccer. And I was like, Mom, I think we should talk. And she freaked out. I don't think she even knew that I was gonna even talk about committing. And I brought her outside and I was like, I think I've made a decision on where I wanna go for school and play soccer. And she was like, and I think she already knew. And I told her it was HPU, and then I was bawling my eyes. I was crying because my parents have just put so much out there for me to have this opportunity. And I was just so excited and proud of myself. And I wanted them to be proud of me, and I know they're proud of the decision I made. So that's why I was really happy to tell them. I was lucky enough to even consider HPU to be an option for me. So I was like, this is without a doubt the school that I want to be at for the next 4 years or however many years. I don't want to wait any longer. This is the school that I want to be at.
Coming up on the lost season.
High school athletics getting back underway.
My first game, and I'm feeling really excited.
Marcy Chan is signing a letter of intent.
Number 9, Marcy Chan.
I'm feeling really nervous.
Good ball! Oh!
If everything goes right, we're playing on Wednesday.
Same symptoms as COVID. I'm always sick. It's not good at all.
A lot of student athletes, because of COVID, feel like they've been robbed of opportunities.
Everything messed up, so it's really no point. It's no point, man.